all of this process of healing and recovering, you gain empathy, and you are able to now help others who need to hear about your experience and how God helped you. And when that happens, you give them hope. You give them hope that if, hey, Jesus helped them out of this situation, maybe he can help me too. My situation might not be as hopeless as I think it is. And then once you, as you're going through the process and you come out on the other end, your love for Jesus is much deeper and much greater than it was, because he never abandoned you. He delivered you from your pain and your brokenness. I want to end today with a story. I would call it a short story, but it's a little bit long, so you'll have to bear with me. It was written by Catherine Slattery, and she entitled it "The Beauty in Our Brokenness." She's at her home and she's just about ready she's preparing Thanksgiving meal, and she has people coming into her home. And this is what Catherine writes. With a weary sigh, I put the finishing touches on the dining room centerpiece, a wicker cornucopia overflowing with plump mini pumpkins in lumpy gourds, resting on a bed of sweet, bittersweet branches with bright orange-yellow berries. As I move around the table, placing a foil-wrapped chocolate turkey at each place setting, a familiar sadness washes over me. It's been years since my mom passed away, and now, with the approaching holidays, I'm feeling blue once again. I shouldn't be surprised. It happens every year at this time. In the living room, I glumly fill glass bowls with assorted nuts and candy corn. And that's when I see my favorite figurine, a winsome ceramic figure of a smiling, kimono-clad Asian boy, broken. His right sleeve hangs loosely and empty, and his little fist rests on the coffee table, still clutching his slender bamboo pole and tiny lantern. Along with Mom's love of Oriental decor, otherwise known as knickknacks, I inherited the little fellow from her. With his barefoot, purposeful stride and cheery, angelic countenance, he had been her favorite too. At Christmas time, she liked to tuck a sprig of holly in his lantern. In springtime, she would place one of those pink cherry blossoms in there. Gently, I gather up his small, broken body and carry it to the kitchen table to repair. Alas, I'm no expert when it comes to repairing ceramics, but with my trusty tube of super glue, I try my best. I spread the pieces out on a clean dish towel and examine them carefully. Broken at the wrist, the figurine's chubby fist is pierced with a hole designed to carry the weight of the pole in the lantern. Thankfully, it's a clean break. I line up the tiny broken hand with the green glazed kimono sleeve and apply a thin layer of glue to both surfaces. Then I press the two pieces together and hold, according to instructions, for 5 minutes. As the kitchen timer ticks away the seconds, I close my eyes and my thoughts drift from the task at hand to the ancient Japanese art of kintsugi. Dating back to the 15th century, kintsugi, or golden joinery, is the art of repairing cracked or broken ceramics with pure gold, with the purpose of showing how something broken and fixed can be more beautiful and stronger than the original. In kintsugi, the shining golden cracks unashamedly illuminate and expose the damage. They are the aesthetic focal point. Perfect in their imperfection, golden vein kintsugi pieces are not only more beautiful and stronger than the original unbroken pieces, they are now more valuable. What a lovely idea, I think, that beauty and strength can be revealed in brokenness. In the Bible, human beings are often referred to as earthen vessels, and God as our master potter. Is it possible, I wonder, that beauty and strength might be hiding, waiting to be revealed in our brokenness too? For example, I've often wondered why, when Jesus appeared to his disciples after his resurrection, that his new heavenly body was not perfect, but still bore the marks of the wounds that he suffered on the cross. Could it be that it is through the marks of Christ's brokenness that his strength and beauty and power are most fully revealed? And what about our invisible brokenness? I wonder, our everyday silent concerns and struggles, is it possible that beauty and strength might be hiding, waiting to be revealed in them too? If we are honest, we are all broken. We all struggle. When we unashamedly confess and shine the light on our brokenness, when we share our stories, we not only open ourselves to God's healing touch, we also sometimes help others. I learned this firsthand through my mom, with whom, truth be told, I didn't always enjoy the closest relationship. When at age 78 with failing eyesight, she unexpectedly came to live in the in-law apartment attached to our house. I wasn't so sure it would work out. We were different in so many ways. Over the years, there were so many unresolved hurts and misunderstandings. But God, the master potter, knew what he was doing. Over the next 12 years, Mom and I had the opportunity to grow to understand, respect, and love each other in a way I once would never have dreamed possible. Maybe, I think, there's something beautiful in my holiday blues. Maybe my missing my mom is a gift, God's way of reminding me how he can take life's most difficult circumstances and mistakes, whatever they may be, and transform them into something beautiful and good. The timer rings. I open my eyes and look down at the ceramic figure held tightly between my hands. For a moment, I don't want to let go. When I do, much to my relief, the little fellow's hand stays firmly attached, but is the bond strong enough to hold his pole and his lantern? Carefully, I slide the slender bamboo stick into his tiny fist. And it holds! Success! I return him to his place of honor on the coffee table. And if I look closely, a hairline crack encircles his wrist. Like a Tinsgumi bracelet, I think, his tiny lantern swings gently, invitingly. Impulsively, with a sudden hopeful heart, I race to the dining room and break off a tiny cluster of bittersweet berries and gently tuck them into his lantern. So God does use our brokenness, and by sharing it with others, we find beauty. Our closing